Loved it. Absolutely loved it. They don't take shit from no one. They're badasses. You don't. They just go out
Okay,
there.
come
And
on.
no, wait. And I said this on Twitter, and I didn't mean it in literally get a Scarface guy that does cocaine on TV type of thing. But how awesome, And Truth and Loyalty put it up as a manager. Scott Hall would work, but someone else put in Armando Estrada. Armando
I don't
Estrada.
think he's ever coming back.
I know. Politics. But he would work perfectly for that. They need a guy that's like a mob boss because they remind me of a mob, like the Italian mob. That's who they remind me of. Just straight up badass hitchmen that will go kill you, type of thing. That's what I.
Perfect manager. I got the perfect manager for AOP, or should I say, agent.
Okay.
Or his advisor, Paul Heyman.
I don't know if I want Paul Heyman on screen when we know where. Yeah, see, there you go. That image, that's good. That's a good comparison there from the cousins from Breaking Bad. I like that. Add a third giant and people's chests are fucked. Yes, I agree. I don't think they need a manager. If they keep them talking in their foreign language,
and you don't understand anything they're saying, that works. Yeah,
I don't mind it. It works with them
without subtitles.
Well, no, you probably have to keep the subtitles because then that's what. Well, what the fuck are they saying? People are gonna eventually bitch.
Yeah,
basically gonna start bitching, and they may bitch about this too, but this works with them. This to me makes them more badass, in my opinion. They're not gonna try to learn our language just because they have to. Fuck you.
Well, they can speak English though, because they even showed they could.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, but. Why not play off this this gimmick? I like it. It's different from their old persona. I like the
enforcer gimmick. I like what they portray. Like they would be a great little niche group, which I thought Paul Ellering fit perfect for their manager. I don't know why. I guess maybe he just wanted to travel, but he's old too. I get it. But they do fit the enforcer roles pretty well, and it would be interesting to see. Like,
get the hell out of here.
They could do like if they still had that thing going around, but it wouldn't really work so well. But yeah, they could be like a modern. I think they're both gone now, and yes, they are actually. But they kind of could pull off if he was still running things with Eric Bischoff, like a 3-minute warning type thing. But yeah, they definitely have the look to be like these enforcers. So I don't know how you do it, unless what are we going to see in like 6 months? They're going to have a freaking office backstage AOP protection agency. I don't know. What are we going to do with them? I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to fuck this up for what, but hopefully they do something interesting because I guess they're kind of like free agents right now, and to see where they land as a team, which would be really interesting. And there's only one team that you can really think of that could really take it to them, which would be like the War/Viking Raiders.
Yes, I agree with you on that.
But the Revival, don't forget, a lot of people might not know this, but American Alpha, AOP, and the Revival still have one of the best rivalries from NXT. I mean, that ladder match they had was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Question, will this lead to what Aleister Black is doing? Have someone challenged him or something? It seems almost identical. Can
you imagine that?
Yeah,
put them together.
There. Oh no, I don't think he's putting them together.
I know, but I'm saying because how he comes out, he sits back in his little black suit and stuff in the backstage area, and they all come out together in suits.
Yeah, but
that would be an interesting duo right there.
I don't know if that would work out with Aleister Black and AOP. Keep Aleister Black on his own. Yes, I see the Street Profits will be challenging the Undisputed Era for the tag team titles. Not this week, but next week. So we'll be seeing new tag team champions.
Oh, what are you gonna do, Tony? AEW?
Come on, are you serious, Dave?
They got Street Profits for the tag titles.
Are you kidding me, Dave? It's going to take a heavyweight title match for me to change the channel.
You're not even going to watch AOP possibly win the tag titles back. Or Street Profits, sorry.
Hell yeah, I am. If it's like, unless it's like Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, like a fatal 4-way with all the big guns in it.
No, it's only going to be a 6-man tag, I think. I think it's going to be like probably Jericho and LAX versus Kenny Omega and
Yes, Bob
the
Ruski
Lucha
is. I
Brothers
think he can. I
or
think he
the
can.
Bucks.
No, there's no better tag team than the Street Profits, hands
Yes,
down.
there is. There's plenty.
All right, so let's move on. All right, let's move on to Baron Corbin versus Chad Gable. I didn't get highlights from this match because I didn't feel like I needed to since we saw this match last week. Basically the same match. It was really good, but the only thing that I did not like was the ending.
Finish. Yep.
I did not care for the ending where we ended up seeing Baron Corbin in an ankle lock, and he's trying to get to the rope, and looking like he's going to tap out. And what happens? He grabs his little, what does he call that little thing?
Scepter.
Scepter, thank you, Dave. And whacks Gable over the head with it. Causes disqualification. Gable gets the win by disqualification. But again, same thing, same story. Gable walks out there. Nobody's really going cheering for him. No one really cares who he is. But once he gets going and he gets those fans behind him, man, the crowd is really behind Gable. I'm telling you, Gable needs a lot of work. On the microphone, he's horrid. He's horrible on the microphone. But he can really get the fans behind him where they're cheering him, wanting him to win so damn badly. I don't know if you want to put some of that on Baron Corbin because he's so hated as a heel, but yes, you could put some on Baron Corbin there. But do you think this will lead to anything with Chad Gable? They're still doing short jokes. They're still doing all that shit. And we read online on this past Saturday night show that Vince McMahon still sees something in Chad Gable and that he feels like the short jokes is what's going to get Chad Gable over eventually. What did you think of the match, and what do you think of Chad Gable as a top babyface in the WWE?
As a top one, we'll see, which I hope it is, but we'll see. But overall, I've always been a fan of Gable, going back to NXT with him and Jason Jordan. But yeah, I mean, I like Gable getting this spot, and of course, you could say a lot of it is the guys that put him in the ring. They're positioning him in a good spot. He's having a feud with Corbin.
My damn cats. Jesus, man.
And then tonight, we'll get to it, but he's even doing something with Elias now, it seems like. So he put him with top guys who are really good at getting heat. And I mean, you know what? I mean, his matches aren't that short, so they're getting time.
Is that a short joke, Dave? Was that a short joke, Dave? You know what else WWE did? And I was like, really? They said, wow, Chad Gable makes short time of Mike Kanellis. I'm like, really, WWE? Like, you're not even trying now. Like, come on.
I was waiting for Phillips to say this, but he didn't. He says, Gable in action next. I thought he was going to say after this short break, but he didn't do it. I was like, oh, there's potential there.
Oh, man. But, yeah, just I'm not sure what they're doing with Chad Gable.
Jordy G.
He does have, I think he has top babyface material. Like, he reminds me a lot of the Daniel Bryan kind of, where he's a small guy. No one really believes he can ever be the top man in the WWE. He's very, very green on the microphone. He needs a lot of work on the microphone, but in that ring, not a lot of people can touch him inside that ring. Mr. AEW. I mean, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say Gable could have the potential to be a big star, but there's just a little something missing.
It's the microphone. There's a lot missing, Dave. He's one of those guys that would really helped out if he stayed at NXT. He was not ready for
promos,
the big time yet.
He just comes up a little bit short on his promos.
Right. Oh.
Subway 100 bonus 10 great stream, brother.
Thank you for the bits there, as my cats are going fucking insane right now. Appreciate that. Says Mr. AEW says, Alistair Fiend, appreciate that. Speaking of the Street Profits, this damn company, so last week they had nothing for Miz, 0 TV time at all. Then on Sunday, Maurice gives birth to their second daughter, yet they make him fly out to Raw on Monday for a 10-second promo, announcing he's doing Miz TV next week with 2 old geezers. They literally could have just shown a graphic for it and let Mike be with his family. Was hoping they'd just give him his pay-per-view cycle off. He's not doing anything. Let him be with his girls and bring him back to TV when you actually have something for him. Sadly, Mike is too much of a company yes man and does whatever the McMahon regime tells him. And while they refuse to push him and even can't deny he's one of their only remotely good promo guys, so need him for these pointless segments.
Tony, question
How about
about
we never
that.
see him ever do a Ric Flair dance ever in his fucking life ever again. Ever.
Wasn't Raw in California last night?
Yeah, but he lives in Austin, Dave. He lives in Austin.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
What?
I have been watching this
TV.
TV.
Do you have credible sources, though?
Yeah, the TV show. On the season finale, they moved back to L.A.
No.
Spoiler alert, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Well,
in the season finale of Ms. and Mrs., they moved back. I thought this, too. I was wrong. My fiancé told me that they moved back to L.A. in the finale.
But does
your
fiancé have credible sources, though, Dave? It's a TV
Yeah, it's called the USA Network.
Let's give it to Gable to come up short, Kylie. It's funny, WWE's best current guys are short, and yet they still make the jokes. Yep. Absolutely. And
the Rey Mysterio thing.
Oh,
I mean, remember?
Austin last year, says Texas Legends fan. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Dave.
Yeah, if you remember, I know you probably remember this. Tony Mae Vargas doesn't, but during that Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio feud, Kurt would make fun of Rey's height all the time. So talking about they didn't never. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they did do that with Rey too.
Yeah, they do it with, and they did it with Daniel Bryan too. Remember, he was not. What was the words?
You're a good B+ player.
Yeah, meaning you're short.
You're what, 205?